No, guys, we're forsaking the group dynamic, okay? And truthfully, come on. I mean, nobody wants a wild card, okay? It doesn't make any sense. We don't want a maniac in our group, but there's no benefit to it. I feel like you just agreed with me, but you weren't listening to what I was saying.
Yes. You pointed at me like I said something, but I didn't. Good. Having somebody making wild decisions that make no sense, that benefits nobody. Oh, yes. Right, yes.
Is he listening to it? I can't tell.
He's listening. He's not understanding.
Yeah, he doesn't even, like, get us, man.
We're talking about you.
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, motherfucking Chuck Norris. And today we'll be looking at the Operation Monster Force Kiloworg. Let's take a look at this box. We have this window packaging. It has an extra layer on the inside so you really can't see what's going on. Monster Force logo. On this side of the package, we get the Primal Kiloworg, Maestro Union, Fresh Monkey Fiction. On this side of the box, we get Big Bad Workshop, the exclusive, the name, the number. Top of the box logo. On the back of the package, you get the Monster Force story. And on this side, we get a mini comic page explaining the story. On the bottom of the box, we get a warning and a barcode. Alright, gang, we're back. I got little Ward Cleaver. We're gonna open this shit from the bottom as usual. Cut, pop. Alright, gang, this is a big, heavy-duty box, so the pull-out game will be slow. Whoa, this thing's taking forever. There we go. It is certainly wrapped in plastic.
She's dead. Wrapped in plastic.
And I'm not joking around. This thing's like in some kind of weird ass, like... Yeah, it's all sticky. This stuff sucks the ass, but here's your quick look. He comes with multiple trays of shit. There's lots of goodies in here I can see, so let me unwrap this mofo and I will see you at the table. Well, after unwrapping this thing, it comes with about as much shit as a Mezco figure, so let's go to the overhead view. And here we are in overhead mode, so let me take this off and let's get a closer look. And man, this thing comes fully loaded with 3 different head sculpts. We have multiple hands going on both sides. Over here we get a bag of ammo ribbons. Over here it looks like we get different color shoulder joints, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. And over here we get a bunch of shotgun slugs, all individualized. And then under all this mush we get another tray, and it looks like we could just transform him back into the Primal Wolf. So we get the 2 upper arms, we get his torso and legs, we get a fur overlay, we get this little predator friggin' knifey thing, he gets another jacket over here, and he comes with a giant Gatling gun. Alright, let's take a look at this giant mofo. I mean, look at him compared to Declan Van Helsing, he is humongous. Alright, let's start at this head sculpt, and man, did they put a shitload of paint all over this thing. It is just dry brush to hell. I like them yellow eyes, they look great. I like the little scar, gives him that little extra. I like the nose, I like his chin. And yeah, I think this looks great for a werewolf. This is a pretty awesome design. And it's very functional. The head moves around like crazy. And it has tons of range. I mean, look at that. He's going that way, he's going over here. The head just goes all around. So down on the feet, he's got these huge ass paws. He's got them doggy toe beans going on. And again, there's just a shitload of paint all over this guy. So you get a joint here, moves up and down really well. You get a joint back here. Yeah, and back here he's got a joint, so he's got a lot of range, so he can go back pretty far, and this can come up compared to the regular leg. The legs are all just one big chunk, no thigh swivel, which is kind of shitty, but the legs kick out and they go forward. And with all this down there, you do get a lot of articulation and movement. On the back, he does have a tail that seems to be on a ball joint and it has articulation points, so the tail does move. It's really funny. And at the waist, we've got this sculpted in belt. Looks really good. Has nice texture and detail, wash and paint. Some misses here and there, but it doesn't really matter that much. And then we get this floating belt with pouches, wash, paint, you name it, it's on there. We got loops for the shotgun slugs, and around the back just more texture and detail. At the waist we get this ball joint, does a really good job, and then we also get this torso cut that also helps it move around really well. So it does get a lot of range. And then again, the fur to skin to sculpting, all of that just really comes together. Lots of paint and wash again all over this thing. It looks great. Over here, if we pull these over, we could see that he has a whole major blood thing going on. Lots of dog tags. And then on the outside, he's just wearing this awesome trench coat. Nice green, gold buttons. Looks really good on this side. Collar comes up all the way around. And man, a little wash and some paint goes a long way on everything. Down here it comes down. You can see the dirty ends have the paint, and man, it just comes alive. And then they left a spot for his doggy tail to come out, so it doesn't have to hide behind the trench coat. Up at the shoulders, we got this swivel cut. Works really well. The arms do go up and down and back and forth, no problem. And it feels like there might be some kind of joint in there, but it's really hard to tell. I would say that is some form of a butterfly back there, so he does get lots of range. And like I said, swivel there. Down here, he's got a joint that lets his arm move and swivel, so there's a lot going on there. Nice detail on the jacket again and texture. More paint and beautiful sculpting all over these arms. And then he comes equipped with like a grabbing hand. We can see his claws there painted black, nice and glossy, looks really good. And then it's completely the same on the other side, down to the hands and everything. So we're gonna go over his accessories again really quick. He comes with this little Predator arm slicer. Mine came in like shit. It's painted really good, but I am gonna have to heat it up to get these blades to go. And honestly, this is made out of a pretty hard plastic, so if I try to do it without heat, they're just gonna snap. The whole rig looks really good. You get the brown paint, you get the nice sculpted buckles, black paint with the metal dry brushing on it. It looks really good, but it is sandwiched together. Doesn't look so great there, guys. Alright, he comes with this gigantic fucking Gatling gun, and it's pretty damn impressive. This spins, this handle does prop up, but it does feel like it could break. Be very careful with it. No ports for blast effects. Here's one of the head sculpts. This is the one where he's smoking a cigar. Looks great. He's kind of got that fucking chill look. Teeth look good. Paint looks good. Everything is fun with this one. Next up here we have his pissed off head, and he is ready to bite your fucking face off. Teeth look good. I like how the tongue and the inner mouth look wet. The fur in the dry brushing is just unbelievable all over this figure. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up about it. The eyes, the scar, everything on the money, even the ears back. So, like I said, he comes with this vest, and when we start popping the pieces off, I will definitely put this on there. This just reminds me of something from the 1980s that you had to wear as a hand-me-down. Yeah, it just looks like an old school vest. And this is when you put him in the full werewolf mode. This is gonna go over his shoulders. And speaking of shoulders, you get these upper arms and shoulder pieces to switch him out in the primal mode. We'll try that in a bit. And speaking of primal mode, here is his switch out crotch and upper legs. And he is a jacked motherfucker. And the paint's all there. Everything looks really good. And you can even switch the tail out. He comes with these mean ass scratching hands, and they look really fucking good. All of his fucking textures in there. The claws are painted black. The hair's up there on top. Like, man, Man, so much fucking detail. Then you get a pair of werewolf trigger fingers as if you needed them, but there they are. They look really fucking good. And then you get like running on the ground hands. Like these things are splayed open and look so good. Next up, we're gonna be switching all of his parts. So we're gonna put him in the full primal mode. And to do that, you are going to either need hot water or a hairdryer or a heat gun. I have the Jerk Blaster 5000 here. So I'm gonna hit him with heat and then I'm gonna start popping parts. Alright, with a little heat, it should just wiggle out, hopefully. Yeah, pop, no problem. Alright, I'm gonna do the same to the other side. Alright, and then I got the other side off, so this coat comes right off, and then you can see in here that he has the green butterfly joints. That is why they gave you a baggie of gray ones. And then you get the little gray joint, and they're really easy to install. They just fit right in. Next, I'm gonna heat up his head, and I'm only using a little bit of heat, and I'm sure it would pop off normally. And also, I'm just trying to be careful. I always break shit. So this pops off. You can get this off as well. And now we're gonna pop the torso. And here we go. After the heat comes right off. And last, we're gonna go for the legs. So I'm gonna heat it up from back here and back here. All right, let's try and pop those legs out. Whoa. Geez, I almost killed myself taking that one out. Let's take this one out a little slower. There we go. So yeah, I mean, he comes apart pretty freaking easily. And then last up, I need to do the arms. All right, so we're gonna pop them in there, and I don't need heat anymore, so I think it was just nice to loosen it up a little bit, and that all fit together really well. Yeah, and the upper arm to the lower arm popped in without heat, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen too. It looks really good. It moves back and forth a little bit, has good range. Let's keep going. And this looks extra menacing already, man, without the fucking headpiece. So, like I said, we have this shoulder piece that you put over the top here, like so. And then we just take the extra neck hide there. And one thing really quick, I would heat up the heads before you put them on, because that just seems like a very, very, very contentious spot with this toy. See, I couldn't even get it. And I don't want to damage the peg. Yeah, I'm having a hell of a time trying to get this head on this peg. It just don't want to go, even with heat. Yeah, there is no getting this fucking head on this peg. So I am gonna have to drill this out, so our cool screamy head does not work. And upon fighting with this head for like 15-20 minutes, this doesn't even fit on the figure either. So 2 out of 3 heads don't even fit on an $85 figure. That's a load of fucking shit. And here he is in full primal mode. He does look amazing. I wish I could have put the other heads on him for you. And yeah, the value's here because you can transform it into 2 different things for your collection. But the head's not fitting on is just such a load of bullshit. But yeah, the body works great. Everything's holding well. These lower legs honestly are a bit of a pain in the ass to get them right to balance. But my table's also a little off, so, you know, I'm not gonna cry because I just put him down, no problem. But yeah, this werewolf mode looks great. You can see all around the back. This overlay just really brings it together. His tail ports in. And yeah, it's just fierce. And here he is with his fucking 1980s hand-me-down jacket, and I love this. This makes him feel like a Hellboy character. Also, I would recommend putting in the giant slugs when you have the belt off, because it is a tight fit, but they ain't going nowhere. And they really enhance the look by the red just sticking out like that. I love it. So all in all, this is the look I'm gonna keep for him. And here he is with the Gatling gun in his hand. He also has his trigger finger hands here. There is a port to put these ribbons in with this little piece of plastic, but they do not meet up at all. They are in fact way too big to fit in there. But all in all, he holds the gun no problem. It looks good. And I'm gonna put his gauntlet gauntlet on. I heated it up, but I gotta freeze it for a little bit to get it back into shape properly, but it did separate with heat really well, so it should set really good when it's all done. And here we have him with the evil death claw, and after I got it all straightened out, it looks really good. It is a fun new accessory for this figure. It's a little bit in the realm of Predator, but that's really fun. And for size comparison, we have him with the Monster Force Dracula and the Forgotten King. And here we have him with Action Force Condor and Desert Rat. Next up, we have him with the Jada Street Fighter Ken and Guile. And last up, we have him with the G.I. Joe Classified General Hawk and Dr. Meatball Vendor. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on this figure are, I think he looks awesome. I do think the build quality is a little low. It definitely doesn't match up with any of the other Monster Force stuff. The paint is there, the accessories are there. It's just he's very loose in his legs. He's really hard to stand. Getting two heads that I have to Dremel out to make fit sucks ass. Very cool figure for a very fun line, and I am having a really good time with it. It's just there are gripes, and I gotta call them. When the heads are fucked up, they're fucked up. Even with heat, it doesn't fix it. So that's really bad. Everything else on this figure is beautiful. Maybe I got a dud. So they all can't be winners. I'm not saying this is bad, but buyer beware. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review. Woo.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
They sucked his brains out.
Calling me crazy? You think I'm crazy? Hey, you want to see crazy? I'll tell you.
Ready to assert toy games.
Dog wheel hunt! Get that! Leatherface, get that! Dog wheel hunt!
Like the tool dropping jewels till the very end.
Your milkshake! I ain't drinking up!
Just walk away. Spitting truth bombs, keep the podcast hot in the booth.
You tell that bitch who sent you here how sorry I am I can no longer be her friend.
Let's go blow this guy.
I offered you a chance when we could have done something. I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it!
Get on with this!
The fuck is this? Your worst nightmare, butthorn! McBang! Yeah!
If you touch me again, I'll kill you.
Well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
Oh! Great Odin's Raven!